We should be live. I'm gonna go get a water. Start us off with the intro.
Okay.
Wait, talk?
Hey,
Oh, okay,
yeah,
good.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Hey,
we should be
everyone, what's
live.
going on? Welcome to the On the Big Dogs Sports Show. Um, Another jam-packed show today. A lot of fun today. A lot of fun topics that we're gonna get into here,
Yeah, we're
and
live.
so we're about to get right into those.
Yeah. Do you want to start with the sports news? I'll
Yeah, I'm
talk
gonna get
about the
right to it
baseball ones
because
a
we
little
gotta
bit.
kind of run through this sports news so that we can kind of stay on task. Um, I'm just sending the We Are Live to our our little community that we have.
I'm gonna go run and get a water. Just stop at the baseball. Read the sports news real quick. Give everybody a few minutes to get in. Read the sports news and stop at the baseball ones. I'll read those. I'm just gonna
Listen, we
get a
about
water
to get
bottle.
going, man. We about to get going. What you mean? Um, all right, let's talk. Let's get into sports news real quick. Give y'all some updates on what's going on. Excuse me. Excuse me. Um, but yeah, we got a lot to talk about. We got to react to yesterday's football show. We got to talk about the ESPN's top 10 NBA players. We got our under big dog quick takes today, where we just talk about some topics, giving out quick takes on it. We got some Suns, we got some Eagles Jets matchup, we got Brock Purdy, Jalen Hurts conversations. I mean, we got a jam-packed show. A little bit on the sports news. Deshaun Watson is not playing this Sunday against the 49ers. Shoulder injury. It was presumed to be a non-serious injury. And then I guess that turns out that wasn't
Yeah, there was a
actually the
chance
case.
he was gonna play last week. I was surprised by that, to be
So he
honest.
was on a bye week. He was on a bye week last week. So it
Or
was
2 weeks
chances
ago. Yeah. 2 weeks ago.
exactly.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's out, it's kind of wild. It was holding some type of information back. Daniel Jones out versus Bill with neck injury. Broncos released Frank Clark. Looking forward to see where he's going with that, and let Gator touch on his football, baseball, sports news real quickly, partner, so that we can get the show going.
Yeah, it's a little sad that we go quickly about the playoffs in baseball, but
No, so
yeah,
but why is it sports news? It should be a topic then.
we can make it a topic going further. Maybe Tuesday we'll talk a little bit about the playoffs, but just a quick update. Phillies and D-backs, who were both wildcard teams, advanced to the NLCS in the National League. Two teams that were literally fighting for a playoff berth just to get into the wild card. Beat Ronald Acuna's Braves. Ronald Acuna, with the historic 40-70 season, is out. They were the favorites to win the World Series. The Phillies knocked them off for the second year in a row. There's something about this. There's something about the city of Philadelphia and the playoffs, man. They go on these magical runs sometimes. They did it last year. The Phillies were a wild card team last year, stunned the world. They eventually lost to the Astros in the World Series, but they're back in the ALCS again. And in the ALCS, we got Astros and Rangers, which is a division rivalry. So we will have the Astros going for the repeat, which is very hard to do in baseball. Like, I know the cheating scandal with the Astros a few years ago when they beat the Yankees, but they really truly it seems like they didn't even need to cheat. They really have a dynasty on their hands, and they're looking to wipe that cheating scandal clean. Winning back-to-back World Series would be a really good
And look,
start. And that's what we got for sports news.
beautiful, beautiful. As we move on here, while I pull up our chat on YouTube, see if we got any company.
Nothing yet. I got
Um,
it up.
uh, First topic that we gonna get right into is our Thursday night football reactions. We're gonna get right into it. Taylor Swift takes in another Chiefs game with Donna Kelsey, Travis Kelsey's mom, and Brittany Mahomes, Patrick Mahomes' wife. I mean, the question here is, um, like how have we been feeling about this Taylor Swift sort of like, you know, sideshow that's been going on, and I I I feel like, it's I guess it's good for the NFL in my opinion. I think honestly, I think I think I think she's being genuine in terms of the reason why she's going to these games. I don't think she's going to these games for any kind of publicity
She
or
doesn't need to do
any
that. So
exactly, or any
yeah.
kind of like TV press, or cuz she knows she's constantly being showed throughout the game. Like I genuinely think she's like truly going to support Travis Kelsey. How long the relationship is going to last? Who knows if it's going to last? If it's if it's they're having a good time right now. Who knows? We don't know. Nobody knows. But um, I just think that that I think it's genuine, and if it's genuine, she can't help but to get, the press that she's getting, the press coverage that she's getting live during games. She can't help that. She's just being genuine coming to the games, and I think it's good for the NFL. I mean, NFL's, I know they're not complaining about it, obviously, because they keep showing her after every catch, after every touchdown, after every interception, after every fumble, after every big play. They go to that booth, they go to the Taylor Swift booth. We got there's a lot of people out there that feel kind of like funny about um Brittany Mahomes,
Yeah, yeah.
being
People do
being
not like Brittany Mahomes at all.
being all on Taylor Swift the way that she was, because supposedly she was really, really close friends with Travis Kelsey's ex. I forget her name. Um, but apparently she was really, really close friends with her best friends, and you know, and so and that relationship with Travis Kelsey's ex didn't leave, didn't end on a high note. What relationship does, but because it's like some sort of like disgruntled there, but she was still close with her, while her and Travis weren't talking or speaking, and then now Taylor comes into the picture. I wonder if she still has a relationship with Travis's ex, now that Taylor's in the picture, but that's neither here nor there, and I don't care.
Um, for the casual viewer who might not know too much about Taylor Swift, they're probably like, "Oh, this is annoying. This is hella annoying. Get her off my screen." But she's the next. I wouldn't. Maybe I. Maybe I'm pro. Maybe I'm exaggerating on like how popular she's been in the past, but she's at the height of her career right now. She's going to be the next biggest pop star to ever walk the planet. Uh, she might go down as top five all time if you look at the statistics and the numbers. So that only helps the NFL. It brings Taylor Swift fans into football. Whether you're just starting to get into it, or you know about, or they know about the game. Every Taylor Swift fan now is watching a Chiefs game. So it's only bringing viewers in. So it's only good for the NFL. Uh, I could see how might annoy some people that how much they're showing her in games, but that just might be because they don't know too much about her. If they're not into her music, or if they're not like if you're not into pop culture enough, and you're just kind of secluded and you're just watching the game just to watch the game and you don't know much about Taylor Swift, I could see how that can be annoying. But it can only help the NFL. So if it helps the NFL, I'm on board.
Yeah. Um, so that's that. Russell Wilson throws 95 total yards and two interceptions in four entire quarters. How do we explain 95 total passing yards in four quarters to our
Oh,
viewers?
um,
Um, Sheesh, is I look at this man like it's really hard for me to not put this on Russell Wilson. Like I know it's a new system. I know Sean Payton is implementing a new system and all that good stuff, but I mean 95 yards in four quarters. I mean, even he said, quote, after the game, I have to play better. So I mean he understands that, but this one 95 total passing yards in four quarters. This one was pretty tough for me to watch
I'm gonna
from
be.
Russ. Like, it's almost making me feel like end of Russ career vibes. Are you getting end of Russ
y-
career vibes?
It's really weird. I mean, I do see that, but like, I just want to go back a little bit. I don't think I've ever seen a quarterback in the history of the league spiral the way Russell Wilson did. I don't think I've seen a guy go from like complete glory or like. I remember the second to last year in Seattle, we were talking about Russell Wilson. He was an MVP candidate. An MVP candidate. I know the last year in Seattle didn't really go his way. The offensive line was very poor the last year of Seattle, but we we took that poor performance and blamed it on the offensive line in Seattle the last year he was there. We think, oh, he's going to Denver, he's getting better receivers, top caliber receivers, a better offense, and he played poorly last year as well. So was there like a certain, maybe I'm missing something, was there something, was there a certain system in Seattle that was just during the time of the Legion of Boom and stuff like that that was literally just fitting Russell Wilson's play style? Was it, is it he can't use his legs as much anymore? What is so, cuz it's only he the numbers declined like overnight in terms of Russell Wilson's career. Like, 2 years ago or 3 years from today, but I'm saying 2 years from the first year of Denver, we were talking about Russell Wilson for MVP. How can somebody go from an MVP caliber like level to absolute trash in 2 seasons?
I
Do
mean,
you have an
he was.
answer? Because
I
I
mean, he
don't
was.
know. I'm just looking for some insight.
I mean, he was definitely. They definitely took a gamble on him, on the player, when he came out of college, out of Wisconsin. He was
Yeah,
a phenomenal player at Wisconsin, but it was still when it was still a swing
like
when
Dak.
Pete Carroll drafted him in the second round. That was still a swing, and so Pete Carroll knew him like the back of his hand, and Pete Carroll really is starting to make me feel as though Pete Carroll had the remedy for Russ being a good quarterback in the National Football League. And without Pete Carroll, without that system, without that running game, without how they play the game, it's looking like Russ is not able to. I would love to see Russ get another opportunity, maybe somewhere else, but and just like to affirm what I feel about Russ, because I really love the guy, really love the player, that he once was in Seattle, and so I definitely would love to see him get another opportunity. Has Jerry Judy's premature career production been his fault or his quarterbacks?
I think he's a bust, personally. It's injuries
You don't
too.
think?
Injuries too.
You don't? Well, I mean, just aside from injuries,
I don't
like I
see
mean, as far as
anything
I'm talking
like
about from a talent evaluator perspective,
I don't see
um,
anything on the field that's showing me the talent level that he came out from in college. You know, the Alabama receivers, no matter what team they sign on, when they come into the NFL, they usually show that they are them, that they are him. It doesn't
right,
feel like that with Jerry Judy. It never
right,
did, never from the
right.
start. It wasn't like, oh my God, look at this kid. Like there hasn't been games where we're sitting there like, oh, this is the Jerry Judy from college. So we just don't see that. We just don't see it. I don't know if injuries played a part of that. They probably did. I'm pretty sure his rookie year he was injury riddled as well. Um, you can put some of the blame, I guess, on the quarterback. But man, there should be no reason Russell Wilson can't get the ball to these guys.
I mean, Jerry Judy is in some trade rumors. It's looking like he will be dealt, and I'm looking forward to seeing what program he goes to because I see some explosiveness in the guy's game, but I do also see the lapses, and I just hope he goes to a program that's a right fit for him. Not only because he's on my fantasy football team, but because I actually really enjoyed watching him play football in college. Like I thought he was like Julio if Julio and Calvin really had a baby.
A
That's what I
lot of
thought
people.
he
I wanted the Niner. Do you remember how? Do you remember how pissed I was, King, when I was texting you?
when the
I
Niners
wanted
passed up.
who? They took Javon Kinlaw, and I wanted them to take Jerry Judy so bad. And
Hmm.
both were pretty bad. Both have been pretty bad picks so far. I'm surprised Kinlaw's even on the team still.
Yeah, I absolutely remember that. I absolutely remember that. Be the Broncos general manager. What's next? What's
A,
next? I
a
mean,
clear rebuild. I know they've tried to rebuild already, but they have to start from scratch again. It just didn't work. After Peyton Manning left, after they won that Super Bowl, they started a little rebuild. They thought Brock Osweiler was their guy. They gave him a ludicrous contract. It was Osweiler, right? That they gave that
oh, yeah,
ludicrous
yeah,
contract to. They
I
thought
think
he
so.
was the guy. They gave him one of the. He walked away with the craziest NFL contract to ever exist. That man got paid as a franchise caliber quarterback, and I don't think he started a full season for any NFL team. Um, it's kind of like the it was kind of like the Daniel Jones contract, but like 5 years before or 10 years before, whenever it happened. But they missed out on that. They never fully recovered from that. I don't think. I think they made a mistake, and they're still working on it. They thought Russell Wilson could be the answer, or maybe a I wouldn't say the answer, but maybe a championship or two while he was still at the later part of his career. They tried to do what they did with Peyton Manning, I think, and this time it simply didn't work out. I think they have to come to their consensus now that we might have to let some people go, get some draft picks, and recoup.
I mean, those two defenders that they have, I think his name is Justin Simmons
And Patrick
and
Surtain,
Patrick Surtain are absolutely
studs,
unbelievable.
yeah, studs. You keep
And
them, and you build around them.
I mean, but you probably might have to move Justin Simmons while you still can because he's in. I want to say he's in his either eighth season or 10th season, one of the two.
You
Can't
then you
remember.
move one of the two, but you
Yeah,
can't.
you gotta
Yeah,
move him because he's still playing at a pro, all pro level from the safety position, and a team could definitely use that right now. I agree keeping Patrick Surtain. He's still so young that he could be a part of the rebuild process.
yeah,
Um, but even he might want to get moved and not want to have to
yeah.
endure
That's
that.
true.
Um,
I know he's still in his rookie year, but another 2 years into the contract, if they're not winning football games, he might not want to resign with them. So then it's just like, oh, we probably should have traded him 2 years ago. So it is a tough situation for them. Maybe you do trade both, and you just really focus on the draft this year and free agency.
right, right. Now, super tough situation right there. I think I agree with you, Gator, on the rebuild. Is Travis Kelsey the best tight end ever? I mean, we're a little behind schedule. We'd love to talk about this in depth. Should we save this conversation for another show?
We
Because
can
I think
save it, but I mean, just give like a quick take on it. We could talk about it more.
we absolutely could talk about it more. No, I absolutely do. I absolutely do believe. I just was thinking about how Kansas City Chiefs over the last 20-25 years had Tony Gonzalez and Travis Kelsey, two top three tight ends that
You
ever played the
think
game.
Kelsey's better than Gronk?
I do.
Yeah.
Gronk used to be the best player that I've ever seen with my own two eyes, and then now I think Gronk and I think Tony Gonzalez are both. Well, definitely Tony Gonzalez. I think Tony Gonzalez is definitely more talented than Travis Kelsey and Rob Gronkowski, but um, I think though the IQ of Travis Kelsey being so far and beyond any tight ends who have ever played this game sets him apart from any tight end. I mean, it truly, truly does. He
I think
has.
he's the best receiving tight end of all time. I don't know if he's the best tight end in the position as a whole. I really like Tony Gonzalez. I'm a really big Tony Gonzalez lover, so I'm gonna have to give the nod to Tony Gonzalez right now. Um,
That's insane.
but I'll admit Travis Kelsey is the best receiving tight end of all time. But I think
Yeah.
there's just more to the position than just that.
Um, when you got Super Bowls to bat, and he's not a bad block. He's obviously a
Could
really good
you
block.
imagine if Pat Mahomes got to play with Tony Gonzalez? Come on, don't do
Okay, okay,
that.
okay, okay.
Do you
Moving
remember what Tony Gonzalez was doing on the Falcons at like 45, at like almost 40 years old? He was
Yeah, he was
wilding.
good. No, he was a really good player. He's top three for sure. And we'll talk about that Travis Kelsey, the best tight
Yeah,
end
yeah, yeah.
in depth moving forward because
Put an
definitely want to talk about
asterisk on
Travis.
that topic.
Yeah, because you got Travis Kelsey, Tony Gonzalez, Ron Gronkowski. So Definitely want to see what the people thinking about that. Antonio Gates, etc.
I
ESPN's
could
top
I could not find a graphic that fits the screen for this, so I'm just gonna have to read the ones out. I was looking for it.
ES,
It's too big.
ESPN's top 10 NBA players list. Um, Interesting list, man. I would love to. We got anybody in the chat right now? Because I would love to hear what y'all think about this list. Um, I'll spark off the conversation with the list at 10. Sitting at 10, we had Anthony Davis, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, I got it. You want
Um,
me to read it real quick?
yeah, you can read it off. Read it off to the public, please.
Number 9 is LeBron. It's a little
Yeah,
crazy to me. Number 8
yeah,
is Shy. I love Shy, but I only better than LeBron James. This is kind of crazy.
yeah, that's
Number 8 is
crazy.
Shy. Um, Number 7 is KD. Number 6 is Jason Tatum. Number 5 is Steph. Number 4 is Luca. 3 is Joel Embiid. 2 is Nikola Jokic, and 1 is Giannis. I'm okay with the top 3. After that, it gets a little funky to me. I don't know who made these ratings, but LeBron is better than like 4 of the people that they mentioned after 3,
I would
respectfully.
definitely switch Giannis and Nikola. And the
You don't
reason
think
why
that's
I
interchangeable though?
the
Doesn't
reason why
matter.
the reason why I would switch Giannis and Nikola Jokic is because Giannis, as generational as he is, we've never seen anything like Giannis to ever, touch foot in the NBA ever. And as explosive as generate as he gets in two dribbles and at the rim for a dunk from starting from the other side of the court. We've never seen anything like that. We've never seen anything like the player Giannis Antetokounmpo, but I can't allow this is sort of like the Jordan LeBron kind of debate, right? I always try to tell people like you can't fall in love with what your eyes are telling you. Fall in love with the game of basketball. Fall in love with what's actually happening out there as from a basketball perspective in its totality. And I think with Giannis, rightfully so, we fall in love with the eye test. We fall in love with like, oh my gosh, what am I witnessing? That wow factor, and we don't allow ourselves to really take into account, the effect on the court that you know LeBron has in its totality versus what Jordan had in its totality, and it's rightfully so because to the eye, Jordan was so appealing, like it was so like that, like he was the single most entertaining player to have ever played this game, and that may never change. And so um I feel that same way in this conversation with Giannis and Nikola Jokic. I just think Jokic brings a lot more to the table all around in the basketball game than Giannis does. Um and so yeah, there you have it with that. I guess I'm fine with Joel, even though Joel, you know, couldn't come through in postseason, for his team when it mattered, up 3-2 against who they up 3-2 against Boston,
Yeah.
and couldn't seal that deal. But he is the MVP. I'm not totally mad at it. I totally agree with you. Shea being at 8 over Braun, as thunderous as
Where
Shea
would you put
is.
LeBron on that list?
To me,
For the
LeBron's
Essentially,
better
Chiefs.
what
than
I was
Steph
going to
Curry
get at.
right now.
I know what I was going to talk about, so I'll
Steph
just talk about
Curry,
what I was going to talk about.
um, I get it, but to have been knocked out by a team, not only were you knocked out by LeBron, you were knocked out by LeBron last postseason with essentially a new team. He just got that team. He literally just got that roster. The only thing that was the same on that roster was him and AD. Everything else he essentially just got in at the trade deadline. And you lost to a team that haven't had a chance to really gel and get to know one another's game against your roster who you've been with forever. And so it's just like that is weird to me that Braun proved that even with a new roster, that he still has Steph Curry's number, and they still give Steph Curry the nod. I thought that was a little funny. And I look at this conversation when I think about where Braun should be. I answer it with like one simple sort of like understanding is who could if he faced the, whatever individual in the playoffs in the postseason when it mattered most, who could LeBron still outclass? If teams were even and it was the postseason when it really mattered, best out of seven, could LeBron James still outclass? And when I say outclass, I mean beat uh Shea Gilgeous Alexander team? Yes. Could he still outclass a Kevin Durant team that has and now with this new big three, I don't know. But let's put an asterisk next to KD name. Could he still outclass a Jason Tatum led team? I would say LeBron could still outclass and beat a Jason Tatum um in the postseason series. Same with Steph Curry, same with Luka Doncic, right? Same with Joel Embiid. And I wouldn't say that about Nikola. I wouldn't say that about Giannis. If LeBron saw Giannis or if
Same.
he saw Nikola, which we saw last year with Nikola, I think they can get the best of LeBron in a series with even teams. But all of these other players on this list with even teams in the postseason, I think LeBron could still get the best of all these players when it matters most. And so that's what I'm,
I think he's in the
banking my
top 5 still easily. I don't
yeah,
understand
that
how
yeah,
they can rake him that that high is beyond me. And
right.
I think the way because of Anthony Davis's injury history, I don't know if I put him in the top 10. He can be at times, but I
Yeah,
think there's some guys right outside the fringe there that we could probably throw in at this point in their career.
yeah. No,
Um, a
get it.
lot of
I
people
get
they
it.
missed out. There's a lot of people that didn't make that list. The NBA top 10 is always fun. It's always
Yeah,
fun.
yeah. But Shea being over LeBron, I guess that's the most eye popping one that really made little to no sense. Can't put him up there like that. Um, and so yeah, there you have it. And beautiful top 10 discussion. And had more people in here to talk about this, get their opinions and voice their opinions on this. Because that is such
One
a
day.
yeah, I know. I trust me, I know that. And so what we got here? We got here, partner. We got Lamar Jackson. We're gonna touch on Lamar Jackson, my guy, my favorite quarterback in the
Is
National
he
Football
becoming
League.
your non-favorite quarterback?
Oh, absolutely not. That would never what? That would never be the case.
I'm
My
just
favorite.
sick of being disappointed by Lamar Jackson.
I'm not disappointed. I'm just asking the question. I mean, so let's ask the question.
Yeah,
Has Lamar Jackson reached his ceiling as a player? I've started the last
I
few
think
conversations.
so. I would say so. Um, I'm not necessarily seeing him getting better year by year. Um, I think he's just kind of the same players. I think his MVP seasons where he peaked. I don't think he's had another season even remarkably close to that. So I'm gonna say yes. I think his ceiling has hit. It's not like we're talking about a young player anymore. He's been in the league almost was 5th year or 6th year. Do you know by the
This is
top of your hand? Might
this is
be.
his
This is his 5th. So we're talking about a guy that's been in the league 5 years already. Um, I see a peak. I see I see a Lamar Jackson that we know what to expect every
this
game
is
in game
sixth
out.
year. His 6 year.
6 year. So it's 6 year. So we've come to expect now with Lamar Jackson from week in and week out what to expect when he steps on a football field. We know he's going to be explosive with his legs. He's got a strong arm. He's going to take some shots when he wants to. I understand and I will give him this. He has not had the best receivers even we saw that in the Steelers game. It don't matter what receivers they decide to draft or put out there, they're either getting hurt or can't catch the football. I don't know if it's a Lamar Jackson curse or what it is because they have Odell now. They had a young Zay Flowers who looked promising. It's not like they have bums, you know. These guys should be. It's not like they have the Chiefs receivers, you know. There's the Chiefs have absolutely like no household names. And Odell's getting hurt again. Same old, same old. We see their receivers dropping passes. Mark Andrews has been their best receiver for the past like 3 or 4 years, and he's no Travis Kelsey. So when we're saying like that is your best explosive player, um, that's not a knack. I'm kind of defending Lamar Jackson a little bit here, but I don't see the level of improvement in the passing game where I can be like, oh, I, I can see him getting better year by year by year. The numbers are very much the same. Completion percentage goes up and down. He's not. It's so I don't know if he's reached. It's a good question because I don't know if he's reached the ceiling. I'm sure he can get a little better, but I'm saying that might be it. Like I don't think he's gonna be like that guy in the passing game that we need him to be. And as his career grows, King, with especially with mobile quarterbacks, you get slower and slower and slower and slower and slower, and that's the best part of Lamar Jackson's games. I'm done.
I mean, this is my whole thing with this question, right? Is I 100% agree with you. He
And his
absolutely
ceiling is
did.
good. Yeah, before you speak, his ceiling is good. Where
This
he's at is good. Yeah,
is
yeah.
what I was getting at. This is
But
what
I'm
I was
answering the
getting at.
question. I'm answering
So,
the question. I think he
this
is
is
at
what I
his
was getting
ceiling.
at.
I think he is
This is
at
what
his
I was.
ceiling.
Um, um, am I optimistic that he had if he was if you take him out of Brock Purdy's shoes and put him in that situation with Christian McCaffrey, Debo Samuels, George Kittle, Brandon
No,
Ayuk, and the
don't do
crew,
that. Don't do
am,
that to
am
Brock.
I? I'm listen. I'm just talking. Let me go. Um, am I optimistic that he would dominate in that situation and look absolutely unguardable? I'm absolutely am optimistic. Am I optimistic if you took
For the
essentially
Chiefs.
what took put him in Jalen Hurts shoes with that offensive line with AJ Brown, Heisman winner Devonta Smith, Dallas Goddard, um, with that backfield, with that running game, and with that support, am I optimistic that he'll dominate in that situation? Like MVP level dominate? I absolutely am optimistic of that. Um, but I feel as though it would look like his MVP season. I don't think what we seen his MVP season year, which was obviously historically great. I mean, nobody's ever done in NFL history what he did that year. When
It
you talk
was
about
insane.
yeah, when you talk about what he did that year, as far as efficiency goes, to have numbers like that. Oh shoot, excuse me. To have numbers like that, um, I finished this take. Got the freaking fire on. To have numbers like that, um, and be that efficient, his MVP season was absolutely incredible, and I think he still has that in him. If he was on like a team like the Eagles, or if he was on like a team like the 49ers. And so um I think though, but that's his ceiling though. I think that MVP season we seen is his ceiling, and it doesn't get any better than that. The reason why I say that is because as I watch him, game in, game out, as I watch him, I'm starting to see and realize that it's the way that he plays, the way that it's a lot of the same patterns as his MVP season, but because he don't have, the same support, the same offensive line, the same running game, that he had that MVP season, because he's not running as often as he was his rookie season. Um, I think, that's, why we're not seeing it, but he still has a lot of the same nuances. Like he's not, necessarily ripping them down the field. Now, I know his receivers aren't the best, but it's just a lot of Lamar Jackson nuances that since I've been watching him since he's been coming into the league that he still relies on. But with that being said though, like even though I agree that he's reached his ceiling is a absolute
Yeah.
beast of a player, of a football player. He absolutely understands how to win games in the National Football League.
He's either going to
And
be in the
so
top 5 or right outside the top 5 quarterbacks every year, which is like you can't ask for more than that.
exactly. I mean, he's truly is a franchise quarterback. I mean, with like with and that like that, sort of goes without saying. So his ceiling right now, even though we're witnessing it, is absolutely phenomenal. He is a book bag. He is a football team carrier. He is in that echelons in terms of carrying a football team, willing a football team to victories. That you put, names like Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes, and I think Lamar, Josh Allen, and Patrick Mahomes are the only three quarterbacks in the National Football League who can get that book bag title. I don't think Jalen Hurts can get that book bag title. He just has too much support to get a book bag title
He could
attached to
look
his name.
shaky sometimes. Jalen Hurts could look shaky sometimes.
Yeah, I just don't think he could get that book bag title. I think like if he had less, would his teams win? I don't that I gotta see that. I don't know if Jalen Hurts would be capable of doing such a thing if he had less. Like if he had Odell Beckham, Zay Flowers, even though I love Zay Flowers, and the other wide receiver that they have with Mark Andrews and Justice Hill as his running back with the broken offensive line due to injury, with the average, slightly above average defense that the Ravens have, would Jalen Hurts, be who he is? And so I can't,
That
or would they be
offensive
winning?
line is insane. I'll be seeing Jalen Hurts sit back there like with no worries.
Yeah, so I think again, Lamar's ceiling is here, it's upon us yet. However, it's in the realm of Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes in terms of book bag play. So yeah, Lamar Jackson is absolute truth. I don't mind that I'm seeing his ceiling right now. I will watch every single last snap because it is still the most entertaining thing in football, in my opinion. Moving on, Gator.
You
In a
have to
very
go. You have to
small,
go do something.
oh yeah, in a very small sample size, um, how did the Suns' big three look together? They played Detroit, um, first game of the first preseason game. I think they went about what 15 minutes each. Small sample size. Played pretty efficiently as well. Do you got anything on that, or you want to wait for me to get back?
I mean, we know. No, you could go. I'll just talk about it a little bit. So yeah, we know they're gonna look good. Um, you got the three best, one of the three, some of the three best players in the National Basketball Association. So we know they're gonna do well statistically. I even said when we were talking about them the other day, I think they're gonna be a good regular season basketball team. They're gonna win a lot of games, and I just the problem I see them having them is in the playoffs. I think their personalities are going to kind of show out in the playoffs, and I think they're all going to want to touch the basketball a little too much when it matters in the regular season. I feel like the NBA regular season is a little watered down now, and it's more the teams are have more freedom to do what they want, and the players to do what they want. So I think especially with the sitting out rule, there'll be times where there's only two of them playing at a time on the court. So I don't think this will really be an issue. Um, Let me try to pull up. I want to see how well they did. When was that game? When was that game? Yesterday?
No, it was
Oh,
the
it was a few days
first.
ago.
It was the first preseason game. Um, of the preseason against Detroit.
Yeah, they kind
Um,
of went crazy. They combined for um. Oh, Bradley Beal didn't play.
no, the first one against Detroit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
he played.
Well, yeah, I just said basically I think this is gonna be a really good regular season basketball team. I think we're gonna see the problems in the postseason. That's kind of I'm kind of doubling down on what I said the other day. That's where I
So
see
here we
the
go. We got
issues. That's where I see the issues going. But
We
It
got
doesn't surprise me that they're doing well.
Katie went 4 for 7 from the field, 1 for 2 from three, 3 for 3 from the free throw line, 12 points in 13 minutes. Bradley Beal 3 for 5 from the field, 1 for 1 from three, 4 for 4 from the free throw line, 11 points in 14 minutes. Devin Booker 5 for 9 from the field, 2 for 4 from the three, 12 points in 15 minutes. So what's for me is the efficiency that I'm loving. Um, I'm loving the efficiency. If I mean, if these guys could be efficient like that, which I mean, when you got that much talent on the court, it's too hard to you can't double team any one guy. And so it was kind of guess. Th- this just affirms everything I was saying in terms of um how the one concern with this big three and why I'm not surprised that that they were this efficient is when it comes down to tough matchups, tough games, or a tough playoff series against a really tough opponent. Will they be able to still be this efficient offensively when they have to give so much effort and energy on the defensive end? When they come across a team that forces them to stop them, will they be able to then, after exerting all that energy to try to get a stop, now be able to go on offense and still be efficient like they was in their first preseason game? So be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for this Phoenix Suns team, as they're making their deep playoff run. Be on the lookout for efficiency down, um, in games this season, throughout the season, and in the postseason when they play tough matchups. Tough matchups being who, right? Like tough matchups obviously being like Denver. Tough matchups being like Golden State, Boston, Milwaukee. Tough matchups like the Lakers. Tough matchups like the Kings. When they're playing tough matchups, I'm looking forward to seeing how efficient they're able to still be while having to exert effort on the defensive end. Because in a preseason game, of course, you don't got to exert that much effort on the defensive end. Hence, this score being 130 to
I
126
agree with
against.
you.
But so we'll definitely get a chance to see. Just be on the lookout for that. Is what I'm basically saying. So the efficiency does not surprise me against the weaker teams. They should be able to clean those games up pretty easily, just based on being super efficient out there against those weaker teams.
Yeah, last little quick thing on that before we change subjects. I agree with you. I think they're going to be very good in the regular season. I'm just interested. I'm very interested to see how they perform in the postseason when the games are more grind me out and they really need to share the basketball. That's going to be my favorite part watching that Suns team. The regular season, they'll breeze by.
Um, our under big dogs quick takes today. Um, got some quick conversations, some quick takes that we want to talk about and touch on. First one being Wemby. Wemby is already a top 50 NBA player. Too high, too low? Is it fair for him to already have cracked the top 50? It's an interesting question. I say
Wemby, huh?
I say no. I say it's not too soon.
To put
I
him
say
in
it's not
there,
I say it's not too soon.
he can't be. We got to see. We got to see
I
first.
say it's, I say it's not too soon. I mean then you could have your take, on it.
True.
Um but I say it's not too soon, just from the small sample size that we did get. Um I say it's not too soon. And um yeah, just the ability to do everything: block shots, rebounds, get his use his arm length to get timely steals and deflections, and then let alone his ability to score, um and facilitate. I shoot. I mean, what sucks is, what sucks is, what sucks is that he probably should be higher, but it's just the fact that he hasn't played a game yet that you can't go ahead and go crazy. Um, as we uh uh introduced our guest, Cheem Everfrost. Thank you for joining the show. Um,
Nope.
what's good with you, brother?
Chilling,
And
chilling.
so yeah, I do. I mean, let me ask you. I mean, jump right into it. Start sweating right off the bat. Um, if Wimby cracking the top 50 players list, is that fair?
Is Wimby topping the crack? A top 50 player?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
he's a
right now.
he's a ESPN top 50 player. Is that fair?
I mean, I don't put too much stock into this whole preseason stuff, but I mean, what number is he? 49 or something?
It's like
48?
40. I think it's 48 or 47. I can't remember.
I mean, if you nitpicking it, probably not fair. But on the surface, it's probably like without the nitpicking and deep analyzing, it's probably what it is. You know what I'm saying? Probably what it is.
Yeah, I mean, again, I love it. I think that me being and Cheem kind of knows me, man. Like when I set my mind on something, I tend to like put myself out there and leave room to either be look stupid or look like I knew what I was talking about. And I think Wimby, I think he should be higher. I think the only reason why he's only at 47, 48, whatever it is because we haven't seen anything. Like I feel like 20 games in is gonna be like, oh, okay, he's a top 30 guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like sort of like what we did with Braun, like we did with MJ, like with Melo, like when these type of guys step in as rookies, like with Magic was a top 5 player his rookie year. He won an NBA Finals his rookie year. So it's just like, it's just like, I mean,
Nah, I hear you. No, I get it. Yeah, I ain't even mad at that. But
yeah,
even by your explanation, though, even by the way you breaking it down, the 40 something not bad. Like you said, because they ain't see him. They going
yeah,
off of international stuff. I mean, he dominated up there. You feel what I'm saying? They
yeah,
going
yeah,
off preseason real quick. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, yeah. Um, as we push forward, did you have a take on that, Gator, before we push forward in these quick
I
takes?
think top 50 right away is a little crazy, but I got to see him play in the regular season first. I'm not putting any rookie unless it's LeBron James in the top 50. I'm just not
I
doing
heard
it.
that. He's of that clout that he's
yeah,
of
yeah,
that.
he
So
got
is
that
Greg
potential.
Oden.
Yeah.
So is Greg Oden. So I ain't holding.
Nah, nah.
Let me see this man play in the top.
Greg Oden didn't
Yes,
have
he
Braun clout.
did. Yes.
No, he
Who?
what?
No, not Braun. I didn't say Braun clout.
He didn't have Braun. He didn't have Braun expectations, nor did he have Victor Wembanyama's expectations.
I
Like
don't know.
Greg Oden.
Nah, Greg
No,
Oden ain't have
he did.
this. Yeah, he ain't have
Yeah,
this. Greg Oden? Nah.
Greg
Greg Oden ain't have this.
Greg Oden was the guy at Ohio State. He was number one pick. He was the guy. Like he was one of those when they picked him number one. It's like all right. We have no doubt in the world he's going to be a very good basketball player. Like he was one of the easiest players to grade, and obviously it's because of injuries that he wasn't. He didn't turn out be good, but it wasn't like that. Anyone thought he was going to be one of the greatest centers to ever play. Like, nah, he wasn't getting Shaq like
Yeah.
expectations. Greg Oden wasn't getting
All
Shaq
I'm
out of LSU.
saying, quick take. All I'm saying is there's been a lot of number one picks have been absolute buzz. So let me just see him in the regular season first. I'll put him in the top 25 if he's decent going. If he's showing out in the regular season. But I just gotta see. I'm more of a wait and see type of guy.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right. But we know even right now though, even right now, he's better than like backups. You know what I'm
And
saying? Like right now, like we could get that out the way. Like he's better than a lot of niggas on the bench. You know what I'm saying? Like so we should know that. So that's what I'm saying. The 40 something wasn't crazy for me.
That's true. I
You
might
know
be
what I'm saying?
thinking about it as in like a football perspective. 50 is really not that high in the NBA.
In the NBA thing,
Yeah,
right?
that's true. That's
Now
true.
when we do that top 100 with the NFL and they start going crazy and got
Yeah,
cats all
there's a
type of
lot of
numbers, yeah,
positions. There's a lot of
yeah,
positions
you
and
know what I'm
stuff.
saying?
I get you because there's only um there's only 30 times 5. There's only
quick take.
150 starters in the NBA. So
Okay. Paolo Banchero is a top 30 NBA player after his rookie season last year, where he averaged, I want to say Paolo averaged just under 20 points per game last year. And he averaged 20 points from 42% from the field, 29% from three. For him to have cracked top 30 was wild for me. I don't know about I don't know if y'all saw this list or if you saw that Gator. But that was wild for me. I I mean this is an easy young man should not be even in top 50 type of conversation right now. I mean, maybe this is a little bit of projection and
He had
even
a
on the
really good rookie season, King.
even on
I
the
would
20
take
points
Paolo
per game,
over RJ Barrett right now.
but RJ Barrett didn't crack top 50. So I mean, I don't know why you said we talking about top 50 guys right now. He cracked
RJ
top
Barrett didn't
30.
crack the top 50?
Nah.
RJ Barrett.
He didn't crack the top 50?
But Paola is top 30. Like Paola shouldn't be. I'm sorry. Like Paola gonna be good, but
Yeah, I gotta see this list though. I do want to see this list and like who's even in the top 30, then who's in the
him to
top 40. I
already
got
be in the top for him. Like I mean, all right. So we can. I mean, we could even do it real quick because I have the list right here in terms of who was above who he's above.
Yeah, just name like the
okay.
5 that he's above. Name like 30 to 35. Yeah. I'm just curious. Because he really did have a good season.
Nah, but
like, he was really
hold on.
like that.
Who we talking about right now? Who we talking about?
Paolo.
Paolo is the rookie.
Oh, yeah. I know you're talking about.
Out of Duke.
Yeah. Where is this done? Oh, here we go. All right. We got it. All right. So we got Paolo at 30. And which means they got all right. So this is already like getting bad because first name. Who you want? Jalen Brunson or Paolo Banchero? Jalen Brunson is 32.
I'll take Paolo just because of the age.
I'm taking
you taking Pa. I'm taking
nah.
Right we're not talking about starting the franchise. Yeah, we're not talking about starting the franchise.
Part of it.
I'm taking Jalen.
That's part of it.
No. First of all, that's not part of this list. That's not.
I think
part
Paolo's
of this
better. I think Paolo's better.
Because
we talking about who's
if starting a franchise was part of this list, Victor would be number 1. So it's not
type shit
part of this list.
I still take Paolo. Yeah. I still think at an eye level, watching both of them play, I still like Paolo.
Crazy.
I think he's that dominant. I think he's that dominant.
We got Kyrie Irving at 34.
See, Paolo not better than Kyrie. Like, come on,
Paolo is not better than
2?
Kyrie, right?
Oh yeah, they're smoking. They're smoking. Kyrie should be in the top 15. They're smoking.
Period. But top 20 at least for Kyrie. Top 24, like.
Yeah. I'm taking top 24.
King. I gotta ask you though, because in the NFL they do it by a year so they base it off last year's performance. They don't do it as like a general. They'll be like, what were the top 100 players from last year? So are they saying that Kyrie might be that high because he didn't play a lot of games last year? That might be the only reason.
No, but I want to say Kyrie played a lot last year.
Yeah, he played enough.
He played 60 games.
Okay. I didn't know. I thought he missed a lot. I thought he missed a lot early.
Averaged in those 60 games, averaged 20.
Then this list is a joke. Can we move on? This list is a joke. You got
it. This is that list.
You guys win. You guys win. Can you win? But Kyrie was the only one. That's all I had to hear.
We can move forward. We got because Bradley Beal is at 37. I'm taking Bradley Beal over Paolo right now.
Yeah, they're going crazy. See, they're going crazy.
Darius Garland at 36. Ja Morant at 35. I understand the 30 games.
Oh, okay, yeah. See, they lost their mind. I don't care about no suspension. It's not 30-something players better than Ja. It's not 30-something players better than Ja.
Ja Morant was where?
37.
Oh yeah, smoking.
See, bad list. This bad
topic.
This that ESPN shit. That's that ESPN shit, right?
Yeah. ESPN vibes. So we move on. Deshaun Watson is going to be out yet again with the shoulder injury against the 49ers this Sunday. I really was going to.
I wanted that game. Yeah,
I was looking forward to watching that matchup. Man, with the Browns, they lost their fourth game, so which brought them to 2-2 on the season going into the bye, and now it looks like they're going to be without Deshaun again. Looks like they're going to be 2-3 being 2-3, can the Browns still make a playoff push? Team.
Nah, it's gonna be tough, man. Because I needed them to be on all cylinders. You know what I'm saying? Like my thought process with them is if they're on all cylinders. If you know what I'm saying, barring these injuries. I don't trust they backup like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't got no faith in him like that. I needed Deshaun Watson to be there and looking as close as he can to Houston Deshaun. And that's not happening right now. So yeah, they probably still gonna be, defense probably still gonna be running wild out there. They probably gonna win, they're gonna win a few more games, but they're gonna miss out probably by a game or two. And we're gonna clearly understand those were games that Deshaun could have won. You know what I'm saying? Like he's capable of winning some of these games. We just need him to get back to speed, basically. But he's fully capable of winning these games. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Especially the way that this defense is balling, because honestly, the only defense in their realm is San Fran, as far as Cleveland. Like that's the only defense in Cleveland's realm right now. Like every other defense is like a notch below. You know what I'm saying? Like, they outside, they dogging right now. So yeah, it's quiet for the playoffs in my opinion, though. It's quiet right now.
Wow, Gator.
Yeah, they got no shot at making the playoffs. I don't in the AFC too. I don't think they got a shot because not only they're like last place in the division. The Steelers are leading the division right now. So they gotta play the Steelers, the Steelers, the Ravens, and the Bengals still. I don't think they played. Did they play the Bengals yet?
Who they stomped them. Yeah, stepped on their face. Yeah, they not scared of no Joe Burrow.
Oh,
especially that defense.
They will be when he can move around. But
the Ravens, when he's moving. Listen, no, Gator, when he's moving around.
Yeah. You broke up, team. Or you on mute?
He does not like the Bengals.
Oh, he don't like Joe. No, it's Joe Burrow. It's not the Bengals. It's not the Bengals. He likes Jamar Chase. It's Joe Burrow. It's Joe Burrow. I'll give my quick take on this. I think the Browns. I'm hopeful. I mean, it's only going to be 2-3.
I'm just saying the schedule's tough. It's not
looking like any AFC team is trying to run away with being a true playoff contender. I mean, when you get past the Chiefs is looking like the only team in the AFC right now running away with the playoff spot. Every other team is right there. I don't think any other AFC team is.
They are not running away from the Dolphins.
The Dolphins. Excuse me. So the Chiefs and the Dolphins, just go ahead and throw those two teams in the playoffs right now. Yeah. Every other team is, I want to say, is 3-2. Like, are you back, team? Are you back with us, team?
Yeah. I had to pick up that phone real quick. But yeah, man. Yeah, don't do that to the Browns though. They be punching your man Joe in his mouth when he walking up straight. Don't be doing that, Gator. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't like the Bengals. Don't say my Joe. Don't say my Bengals. I don't like the Bengals.
Yes, yeah. I mean, you got the Bengals as your Super Bowl pick.
Obviously, I was obviously wrong. I still think the Bengals are better than the Browns, though.
I don't take you as a Bengals fan, but I think you got a little love for Joe Burrow, though. You know what I'm saying?
He's on my fantasy team this year. That's why.
All right, copy.
I gotta hope.
Cause you don't be on my train when I'm dogging Joe. You don't be with it. You be looking like, man.
Well, I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair to dodge him now because of the injury. But and he's playing through it too. I don't know. I didn't watch. I guess I didn't watch enough of Joe Burrow last year. Maybe you're right.
Why is CeeDee Lamb struggling?
Because he's not that good.
Is it him?
Man.
Let's keep it 100. Let's come on.
I ain't gonna hold you. Nah, yeah. I ain't gonna hold you because I wasn't a fan of CD. I wasn't a fan of CD.
Yeah.
But CD, CD got good things with him. He improved. You feel what I'm saying? So his situation right now, I don't feel like that's a him situation. That's looking like a play calling situation. You feel what I'm saying? Because Kellen Moore was getting him the rock. He was eating well. He was well fed, and other people was well fed. So this looking like a Mike McCarthy thing. Plus, a little bit of the deck, a little sprinkle of the deck. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
Exactly. So thank you.
And a little more. With CD.
What was you about to say, Gator?
The
Because you was
Dak.
about to fix your face.
Oh
Be
no no no
honest.
no no no
You
no!
was
I
about to
don't
fix
I
your
don't
face.
think CD Lamb is this true number one that people think about. He was eating when Amari Cooper was there. He ate last year, but that was just because they were force feeding the ball. I think he's T Higgins level. I think he's T Higgins level. I think him
No,
and
see,
T Higgins are the
I
same level.
low key agree with that. See, that's where I agree with you because I was about to call him he's a lower level wide
The
receiver.
lower level wide receiver one. Yeah, he's T
Yeah,
Higgins.
he's still a lower level wide receiver one to me, King. Yeah, like he's that. He's that.
What have you seen
You know what I mean?
after Amari Cooper left, King? What have you seen that's like wow? That was the worst thing the Cowboys ever did was trade Amari Cooper. That was Dak Prescott's rock.
Yeah, that was his man.
Their offense. Ever since CD, they were the number one offense in the league with Zeke. Well, Zeke not with Zeke so much, but Amari Cooper. They had Dak Prescott and the Cowboys the year they lost to the Niners. The year prior, they had 2 back-to-back seasons as the number one offense in football, and the only thing that's changed is Amari Cooper's gone. And they brought in a new head coach.
Last year was his first year without Amari. No, last year was. Last year was.
Oh, you're right.
Last year was.
You're right.
And his first year without Amari with no number 2, with no every wide receiver after him was a wide receiver 3 at best in the National Football League. Knew the ball was going to him.
Exactly. So you're telling me he should have did more. I'm telling you he should have did more.
I'm saying defenses knew the ball was going to him, and he still scorched last year. He had a very good season.
Defenses know the ball's going to Justin Jefferson too. There's no excuses for that.
And we know Justin Jefferson is the number one. So I mean, I'm just trying to help me understand that when you can still eat.
Justin is a high level number one. He's number one.
I'm just saying 107 receptions, 1359 on 9 touchdowns for a guy in an office essentially by himself out there. That's work.
Okay,
that's
so
work.
show it to me consistently. Show it to me consistently.
Yeah,
if he can continue to do that, then I'll take back my take.
Team just so eloquently explained that he put it on other reasons.
No, yeah, it's something that could put it like this. CD Lamb is one of those number ones in the right system. He needs to be with he gets scheme, like his production is more schemey to me. Like his number one type of production is more of like they use his talents within the right scheme. So like those McVays, those Shanahans, the Reeds, those the type of niggas that'll make him bust.
I get it. I get it. I'm not gonna act like I don't get it. I think, but I still give him.
I'm not trying to disrespect him though. I'm not trying to disrespect him.
I still give him a notch above T, just a notch. But I understand. I get the comparison though. I get the comparison. I understand the ceiling. He's giving me. What's the other 88 that played before him at Cowboys?
That's what's better than CeeDee Lamb. Don't do that. Don't do that.
No, he's giving me Dez Bryant ceiling though. Like Justin Jefferson had.
Nah, I go you. No,
Dez was a monster. Don't do that.
But bro, think about it though.
He had like 14 touchdowns one season.
Dez didn't have the capability of putting up numbers like a Tyreek or a Justin Jefferson could, or a Tyreek Hill could, or like we gotta understand like there was
no. All right.
There was a ceiling.
Nah, but hold on, okay.
He did do that though.
But hold on, King. We gotta understand though. We gotta understand
Tyreek. 1 year?
Nah, but Ty Justin is they basically are more of that newer era. You feel what I'm saying? Where it's a little more production in numbers. You feel what I'm saying? You put Dez in this same type of offenses where you can't really rough him up. He might get crazy. I
mean, when
Dez had 40 touchdowns in a 3-year span. That's wild.
To me, when I mention names like Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill, I feel like I could also put them in the same breaths as a Terrell Owens and a Randy Moss type of guys. And so I can't do that with Dez. Can't do that with Dez.
Quick take. Let's go.
I ain't saying there. That's the highest of the highs.
Stop
that's
biting
the highest
my
of the
wire.
highs.
My cat is biting my wire. Stop.
And we got LaMelo Ball. Should he be is LaMelo Ball a top 50 player? So let me bring up. I can't bring. I should be able to bring.
We're
up
doing this again.
Well,
he's
damn.
not on that list. He's not.
If Wimby,
and wait, in that list he is. Yeah, if in that list he is. In our list, probably not.
Okay, so we won't touch on these lists. The next quick take is okay. Let's touch on this then. And I don't know.
This is a good one. I like this
NBA
one.
player, but is James Harden still a top 50 NBA player?
Not based off the
Yeah.
list, our list.
Just in general.
I would say,
because he's easily he's a 2012 type of cat, 18 and 12, easy. You feel what I'm saying? Like he could really go on a contender and put up that type of production in his
But
sleep.
when you think about numbers aside, though, when you take numbers aside, though, when you think about what it takes to, win games, what it takes to go the distance, make a deep playoff run, he is a liability at this point. Like he's not like his production, those numbers that you just alluded to, those numbers become irrelevant the further you in winning time. Like
That
I just don't think he's a fit there's a put it like this, I'll say this. There's a lot of role players that I would rather fit in my program than bringing in James Harden. And that's where it gets tough for me, right? Where it's just like I would rather
You said role players?
Yeah, I would rather bring in if I was the Memphis Grizzlies and I had to choose between a Marcus Smart who's there now or a James Harden. Give me Marcus Smart. So that's where it gets tough for me. And that type of that type of mindset.
That's not the question though. Who's better between those two players though? Who's better between Marcus Smart and James Harden?
But I mean when you contextualize it, you got to keep it in the context of what it looks like, in a basketball game.
That's just picking what you need. That's just signing what
you taking Marcus Smart or LeBron James or Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown or what do you mean that's just picking who you need? No, that's not just picking. That just means that
I'm asking you the question. I'm asking you the question. Who do you think is better? Take that out of the equation. Who do you think is better, Marcus Smart or James Harden? If you say Marcus Smart, then okay, then I'll listen to your take. But if you're still saying James Harden, then your take is invalid.
Who would win a one-on-one if they play one-on-one? Probably James Harden.
Doesn't have to be. Who do you think is the better basketball player right now?
Oh,
it's not that
in a
hard of a question.
5-on-5 situation.
Yeah,
in a 5-on-5 scenario, Marcus Smart. In a 5-on-5
okay,
scenario,
then at least your take is consistent.
In a 5-on-5 scenario, Marcus.
That's fair.
Maybe if James Harden was on a team by himself, he might win more games than a Marcus Smart-led team, or maybe not. I don't know. Yeah. Cheem says yes. Gator says what? Yeah.
Yeah. Top 50.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on.
Yeah, he's still a top 50 guy. Yeah.
Eagles at Jets this weekend. Is that Monday or is that Sunday night? Is that Monday?
I don't know. Why did you? Was there a reason you wanted to put this game over the Bucks Lions game for game of the week?
Well, absolutely. First of all, I mean,
game of the week.
Bucks Lion. I don't understand how
2-3-1. I know it's no. I know it pained me to write that. But it's the games are that bad this week. The games are that bad this week. I'm not even trolling. They're both 3-1.
This Eagles and Jets matchup though, am I the only one that's noticing that the Jets been playing better football? Am I alone?
They've been playing better, but they ain't been playing. Yeah,
they barely beat Denver.
It ain't enough though.
I mean, Kansas City just barely beat Denver.
Enough though. Yeah, but that's division rival shit. That's different. What the Jets had to go through, the Jets they not doing enough for me to feel like they're gonna get over this hump without having A-Rod. No, it ain't that.
So prediction, I'm assuming both of y'all have the Eagles. I'm assuming, right?
I got them the Eagles to cover. It's 7.
I know. I mean, the Jets can. The
NFL,
Jets.
Yeah.
No.
But the Jets got to come out there.
The NFL, anything can happen kind of vibe. I want to know if you actually believe because with what the Jets come with, can they beat these Eagles?
No, most likely without that defense playing like the 2000 Ravens, no, they would not beat the Eagles. That's what I'm saying. Unless they come out playing like that and they scoring points. And they the one scoring points, and the Jets just lost somebody on that O-line with Jalen Carter and them acting dumb over there. Come on now. Zach Wilson don't like pressure. Zach Wilson ain't that. He ain't.
I called this. And obviously Tom has to tell, but I think the Jets is going to make a playoff run this season. I think they turn their season around. It's just something about this Jets team that's not laying down. They're not they're not saying like it's over. Like as the feelings initially came across, like those first 2-3 games when the players were disgruntled, stuff like that. I think Rob Saleh did a really good job.
Not making it, King. 3 teams out that division is not making it.
I
3
think
teams is not making it.
Robert Saleh did a really good job getting his team back refocused and competing again at a high level. And I think that they're going to, unlike the forget who the Eagles played last week, but unlike them, I think the Jets is going to give Jalen Hurts in this offense some issues. I think they're going to get. I mean, you got AJ Brown going to be matched up with Sauce, so you know Sauce is going to do at least a good job on AJ Brown.
He's a
AJ Brown going
dog.
to get.
AJ
Brown gonna make plays. AJ Brown gonna make plays, but Sauce for the most part is gonna have him pretty contained. And AJ Brown, if you haven't been noticing the last like 3 weeks, have been absolutely pooping on teams, and so we know that that's gonna be.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. No, see, but no, I'm telling you, but I ain't gonna hold you. I like Sauce, but talking in the sense
Sauce.
that he's he's going to really shadow and man this man the whole time, and it's going to just be shut down city. That's debatable. That's not guaranteed talk.
What I am confirming is that it ain't going to be what AJ Brown been doing the last 3 weeks, which is 140, like it ain't going to be stupid. 2 touchdown games. It ain't going to be dumb.
I hear that. I hear that. And I like Sauce. Who Sauce been facing this year? And matter who Sauce been facing and shadowing?
What I do know is that Sauce has so far been playing a really good season though. Now, albeit like you said, it might be due to let's see Sauce's competition so far this year. First week he matched up with Stephon Diggs, pretty much. I don't want to say he stifled him, but he pretty much.
What's the name? What's the name?
No,
what's the name was on him more though.
He did slow Stephon Diggs down.
Oh, but he wasn't really guarding Stephon Diggs, like, because he did come out after the post game and said, "Man, like every time I was on."
Oh yeah, I remember.
I remember him saying something like that.
Right, because he don't move, and they make him. So yeah, I'm gonna move. Stephon Diggs moves on a regular, so it's not like Stephon Diggs is running from you. He moves every game. Why are you not moving? If you want to see him, that's just my number one corner. That's just how I feel about number one cornerbacks. When they on their bullshit, they be coach.
I feel that, team. I feel that. Because I totally agree with you. But wait, did Champ Bailey move around, or did he stay on the left side too?
Champ Bailey shadowed whoever. Champ Bailey moved around. Niggas ain't. If there was no, you shitting me? You shitting me? Come on now. The last, no funny shit. The last great cornerback to really just stay on one side was like Sherman. When niggas was acting like Sherman is better than Revis, and he ain't shadowing nobody. His ass is staying on one side.
And does that too. I think Jair does that
on the
other
side.
I don't see Jair Alexander.
Hell no. You going crazy.
I love Jair's game.
Jair follow people, bro. Jair follow people.
He didn't follow Devontae Adams this week, so.
No, he probably did. I watched that game.
Devontae had like 20-something receiving yards, right? Like, he didn't kill.
Yeah, he didn't kill. No, he didn't kill at all.
Anything.
He wasn't on him the whole game though.
I just think that I really believe that, these Jets are going to come to play. Obviously,
yeah, you really believe in them. You really believe in them.
I
don't know why.
I believe in that defense.
I think I'm the only one seeing also that Zach Wilson is playing better. Am I the only one seeing that?
He played horrible last week. He had 4 fantasy points.
What you seeing with Zach?
What have you seen? He had 4 fantasy points last week.
With Zach, I'm seeing less turnovers.
Shit,
I could do that too if we're running the ball 40 times.
I'm seeing higher efficiency as far as completion to attempts ratio. Last week, 19 for 26, 199 passing yards, 1 interception. Breece Hall ran for 177 rushing yards.
I thought you said he wasn't turning the ball over.
I'm just saying one turnover against a team that Patrick Mahomes just threw 2 or 3 on last night. I mean, they got some like Justin.
Patrick Mahomes threw 1 interception.
He threw 2. He threw at least 2.
The
other
one got called back.
Okay. You got me there. But I think with Justin Simmons in the backfield and Patrick Surtain out there is like that's a decent secondary that Denver got back there. So to throw 1, and then I think Brees Hall not being on a
Oh
on a,
yeah,
on a
see, Patrick Surtain. That's who shadows. That's a young dog that shadows, and he's gonna be on Wilson.
The Denver defense low key got
That's a
killed.
fact.
Yes, the score doesn't show the truth of the Denver defense got manhandled yesterday. Still,
I mean they
the Chiefs red zone. Yeah, they did. They got stops in the red zone when it matters more. But
no, they got fake. What you talking about? They got manhandled this week. You saying they got manhandled this week?
He's saying
we did not manhandle them. What you talking about?
You guys destroyed them. You just in the red
zone.
In the red zone. In the
we
red
did
zone,
not.
you had trouble.
We did.
Patrick Mahomes threw for 306.
But even when we was even when we was moving up the field, though, we was getting into third down faithfully. It didn't give me destroy vibes. And Patrick low-key stays away from Patrick Surtain. He be good on him now. Like, nah, I ain't even gonna be fucking around with him. You feel what I'm saying?
It definitely wasn't. It definitely wasn't Chief-esque. But we've been seeing that with the Chiefs this whole season. That's how they're winning games this year. And so I wouldn't say, but like they moved the football like very well.
Again,
they just couldn't capitalize.
They moved it well, but shit, the way the Broncos been looking, how much more better we should have been moving that. You dig what I'm saying? How much more better we really should have been moving that rock on their
total yards. That's 400 total yards, man.
Help me
You
out.
just gotta capitalize in the red zone. Go ahead, King.
Help me out real quick, Cheen, because and before we move on, because we gotta move on to the next topic. My prediction is that the Jets is going to pull off the upset this week. What are the keys for the Jets to actually being able to give the Eagles their first loss? If it were to happen, how do you see it happening?
Quentin Williams got to show out, so that means he got to show out on Jason Kelsey and the rest of them dogs. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
offensive line.
I'm saying I like they linebackers. They linebackers. I think they linebackers got enough to put in pain on those running backs and tight ends. Like, defensively, the Jets are going to put in pain if they play in their A game. I'm concerned about that offense because I feel like the Eagles defense is enough. It's more than enough. You feel what I'm saying? To put pain on this kid.
What about? Do you think Brees Hall has a chance to get off now that he's no longer on the cap?
That's the one thing you can't do against the Eagles.
He just ran for 177 last week.
What you think he? Oh, you think you? Hold on, Gator. You think Brees Hall can't go off on the Eagles?
No,
I'm not of that mindset.
That's the one thing. The Eagles' weakness is the secondary. Those young studs, those boys out of Georgia, you can't run on them. Jalen Carter and who's the guy they got last year? Who's the
they should have shaky this year. Carter and who they got last year?
Yeah, oh my God, the other guy out of Georgia last year?
Yeah, I'm mad at that. Can't remember his name because it wasn't a lineman or a linebacker.
Linebacker. It was a linebacker.
It was a linebacker for another Georgia cat, right?
Yeah.
Damn.
I know.
I'm mad. We all blanking out right
Jordan
now.
Davis. It's a defensive tackle. Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter.
Jordan Davis. It is Jordan Davis. Yeah.
I think I'm thinking about Nakobe Dean. Then they also get Nakobe Dean.
They got Nakobe Dean, yeah.
That was some years ago, though. Nakobe Dean is like a 4-year player.
And now they got
Nakobe Dean is 22. They just got he's 22 years old.
And then now they got their star back in Blankenship, who comes up and stops the run a lot too.
Nakobe Dean is in his second year, so but
he's not out of Georgia, is he?
Yeah, he's out of Georgia.
Yeah, he's
a
Georgia.
Three Georgia dogs.
I just remember Georgia. I remember Dean for so long. I thought this nigga was in the league for like 3-4 years already.
Got 3 Georgia dogs. That's crazy. But they're even better in the run game now because now they're bringing their safeties up. They got Rodrigo Blankenship back, who is a great tackler, open field tackler. They move all those guys up. Their secondary's weak. You could go over the top on these guys.
It's not because they missing CJ. They missing CJ.
Yeah,
that's what they're missing.
CJ, and that's the problem that I see in this game. It's like the Jets can only run the football. The reason why the Jets were able to win that Denver game last week is because Denver is the worst run stopping team in the NFL. So they played a lot better last night, but they were able to easily win that game because Brees Hall was breaking out for 75-yard rushes. You're not gonna be able to do that on Philly. No way.
Regardless of being the pass, how low they are on pass defense, I'm still putting my money on Slay and Bradbury in them. You feel what I'm saying? I'm still putting my money on them dogs. I still like Slay. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna go out on a limb and predict the upset here. I think
you also predicted the upset last night.
I did, and I was close. I mean, I wasn't technically, but I would have been close if Broncos offense was actually doing something. That would have been a good prediction. I thought that was I
I
thought
picked
that
up the
was
Chiefs defense. I knew that.
yeah, I thought that was a trap game for the Chiefs last night on a short week with Sean Payton calling offensive play calls. Like I thought that could have got ugly for them, and it seemed that way early. Like if the Broncos came out offensively early yesterday on a bully, it could have been
Yeah.
interesting, but they just couldn't
No,
score.
but we spoke about it earlier too, though, and it was some of the play calling. Andy Reid and them was definitely out there just practicing plays. Let's
I
try
don't know
this one.
what they were doing in the red
let's
zone.
let's.
I don't know what they
They
were
was
doing in the
was
red zone.
clearly practicing because we know we're gonna see these clowns in 2 weeks. But they was clearly practicing too some of them drives. So that's why I had to curb my frustration sometimes because I type no Andy Bot.
Yeah,
You know
like
what I'm saying? So I'm
that's the
looking
team to do that on,
this right. He's that type. He
Yeah.
be fronting like that. Like that's Andy Reid's type of fronting. Like, oh, we see the Broncos this week. Oh, let's try these 20 sets of plays
That's
that I wanted to try
disrespectful.
all week.
I agree.
Yeah. This is Andy's type of disrespect. This is how he front on you, all coaches. Like, y'all niggas know this not my go-to plays. This ain't what you saw on the tape, but I'm running this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's funny.
Agree. As we move on, we're gonna address this Brock Purdy and Jalen Hurts dilemma.
oh yes, I saw that. Yeah, let's talk about that.
There's a Brock Purdy and Jalen Hurts dilemma where so far through
where was this dilemma? I've not heard anybody comparing.
Not a dilemma, not a dilemma, but it's their circumstances. I understand what he's talking about.
Okay,
this conversation. Got Jalen Hurts through 5 games, 1260 through 2 passing yards, 6 passing touchdowns, 4 interceptions of a QBR of 61, and has the NFL superstar label.
I got both on the screen right now, so people can see it.
Okay, and got the NFL superstar label attached to Jalen Hurts' name. Brock Purdy.
And that's because of last year, though. Like, respectfully, they giving him that for last year, but it still don't. Let's keep going though. Keep going.
Which is crazy. But go ahead. Yeah.
Brock Purdy, 1,271 yards, 9 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, QBR 83.8, and he has still currently the game manager label attached to his name. I know I certainly still attach the game manager label to his name, so I will honestly be
game manager.
I will be. I'm guilty of still attaching the game manager, and I'm gonna hold firm on that for now. But when you look at this, right? The question is, public, like, we got one guy who you can't argue, like you can't make this up. This is just the truth. Jalen Hurts has the same, if not better, more support. I'll say the same.
With the offensive line, you can say the same.
Yeah, I'll say the
same.
Because
of how good their offensive line is.
Both quarterbacks are under extreme high level support, program support. When you look at their rosters top to bottom, both in the play calling that they're both favored to have. One is doing better than the other in the same scenario, in the same situation. Why, is this a knock? I guess this is the question here. Is this a knock on Jalen Hurts, or is it that we're underestimating Brock Purdy? So are we overestimating Jalen Hurts or underestimating Brock Purdy? What is the truth in this in this revealing right here?
Can I ask you a question before we start this, King? I need to know, do you actually believe Brock Purdy is a game manager, or are you saying he's just part of Kyle Shanahan's system? Because game manager is like Alex Smith. You think he's like doing that?
That's what I think. I think a healthy Alex Smith in his prime with Kyle Shanahan would have his offense looking like this as well.
But Absolutely. That's Jimmy Garoppolo's a game manager.
Yeah. Jimmy Garoppolo been to Super Bowl, been in the NFC Championship game.
But he hasn't thrown for the yardage that Brock Purdy's doing and the numbers that Brock Purdy is putting up. That's what I just don't get. But I'll let Keem start. I want to hear from him first.
Wait, time out. We're 5 games in. We're 5 games in and Brock Purdy's at 1,300. So through 15, that's 3,900 passing yards in a passing
Jimmy
league.
Garoppolo has never done
That's
that.
not. All I'm saying is that's 3,900 passing yards in a passing dominant era that we're in. It's not like I don't like.
If Brock Purdy throws for over 4,000, if he throws for 4,200 this year, that game manager thing it's gone. You can't.
I disagree. In 17 games,
there's never been a game manager in my life that has thrown for that many passing yards.
In 17 games in a passing league, I if you talking about, you know, Tom Brady's and Peyton Manning's and Drew Brees era, then yes, throwing for 4,200 in that era where running backs were still very, very valuable. But in an era now where
they have Christian McCaffrey. If you're throwing for 4,200, you got Christian McCaffrey in the backfield. You are not a game manager. I'm sorry. You're not a game manager. That's crazy to even say. Name one game manager ever in NFL history that's thrown for 42. That's thrown for over 4,000. You want? I'll wait. I'll wait.
You said well. Back like I said, in Drew Brees, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Phillip Rivers.
You could do it this era. You could do it in this era. You could find a game manager in this era, like a Ryan Tannehill or something like that. Find a season where they've thrown for 4,000 passing yards. A quarterback that were like they were on a game manager like team, because he wasn't doing that on the Dolphins.
Ryan Tannehill threw for 38-19 in 2020. That's Brock Purdy's on that pace right now because
he's on a way higher pace. You said 15 games.
That's in 16 games. So Brock Purdy is on that pace. And this is Ryan Tannehill we're talking about. 33 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. So in 2020, Ryan Tannehill threw for 38-19 in 16 games.
That's 16 games, though.
Right, in 16 games. So you give him, so whatever the pace of that is, give him, so that's like 200 yards. So that means he would have threw for 4,000 in 17 games if you go based on pace. And to throw 4,000, you're going to say Ryan Tannehill is not a system quarterback. It's not a game manager.
No, he's a game manager. Ryan Tannehill is a game manager.
I think so. And so we can't act like it's impossible.
On the Titans, he is. On the Titans, he is. He's a game manager.
We can't act like it can't happen.
On his when he was on the Dolphins, I would say no, because they let it
we
loose.
got another 16 game season where Jimmy Garoppolo in 2019 threw for 3,978 passing yards in 2019. So that means he would have threw for over 4K in that year, and we understand who he is as a quarterback. So let's not. I mean, we got to really stop acting like 4K is what it once was. In the earlier eras when we first started watching.
But
he's
gonna go well over 4K.
4K in this. I mean, no. If we just going based on pace, he's not going to go well over. It's going to be barely over. Like
he's
if we're
going
going
for like
pace,
40 pace. He's going to go for like 43, 4,400. They're two extra games.
That's not the pace right now. It's 1271 through 5. So the pace actually is, let's get that pace for sure right now.
43-21. 43-21.
That's the pace?
Yeah.
Where'd you get that?
Divided by 5 and then times it by 17.
Oh, okay. Yes, that makes sense. So like that, I mean that pace doesn't scream out to me,
if he throws for 4,300 and throws 30 touchdowns, you would say you'll sit here and say he's still a game manager?
If he what?
I've never seen Kyle Shanahan let a quarterback let it loose the way they're letting Brock Purdy loose. I've never seen this before.
What's letting it loose? I mean, is he on some type of record pace of pass attempts or something that I don't know about?
No, what I'm saying is with Jimmy Garoppolo, it was the play calling was get the ball out of his hands quick, get it to his receivers, and let them get the yardage for him. In this era of 49er football, they are letting Brock Purdy throw it downfield. They are letting him get the Brandon Ayuk this is why Brandon Ayuk is having such a good season. It's because Kyle Shanahan is so comfortable with Brock Purdy throwing the ball downfield. They are allowing him to take those risky throws. I wouldn't say they're risky throws, but those extended routes with Tannehill. The way that Brock Purdy moves in the pocket to buy time for those plays to develop is allowing Brandon Ayuk to get wide open downfield. They never had that in the past. That's why they went out and drafted Trey Lance. They thought Trey Lance could do that, extend play, stuff like that. But he's not as fast as they thought, I think. And it just didn't work out. Brock Purdy is weirdly quick. He's a pretty quick dude, and he moves the pocket well. He can extend plays the way Jimmy Garoppolo and Trey Lance couldn't. So this thing where it's like he's a game manager to me is a little. I could understand the argument for somebody saying what were they saying today in the media? Did you see the Shannon Sharp interview today? He said he's like a project of Kyle Shanahan's system. He's a system quarterback. I would entertain. I don't think that's true either, but I would entertain that argument over he's a game manager.
Yo, man, I can't.
I think you gotta watch more tape on this kid.
No, I do. I cannot.
His footwork is like anything you've ever seen in the NFL.
This is what people are. I'm not saying he don't have quality intangibles. I don't think that's the conversation here. I'm talking about
he's throwing the ball. He's doing the little things better than vets have. Right now in the league.
Yeah, so I don't think I'm necessarily arguing. I don't think I'm necessarily arguing intangibles here. But what I'm basically saying is, as in this is for we're gonna cut. We'll figure out which topic we'll cut moving forward. But I don't think we're
my fault, girl. My fault, man.
No, you're good. You'll be next on this because I want to hear your take on this.
I definitely want to hear your take on this also. But I don't think I'm questioning Brock Purdy's intangibles more so than I am his cerebralness as a QB overall. That I think everybody's just put Brock Purdy on.
Okay, let me ask you another question.
Put Brock Purdy on this Dallas. Like you cannot. This is my point. You can't be so delusional with this guy Purdy to the point where if you put him on the Dallas Cowboys roster and think that thing gonna shake, it's absolutely nuts to me. Who is Brock?
It's shaking already, though. It's shaking already.
What's your take on this?
Real quick. I want to ask you one more thing.
Nah, yeah. I still want to hear y'all views so I can see what I missed.
One more thing, King. Why is it then, if he's a game manager, why is the Niners offense so successful this year compared to years in the past? Why are they scoring 30 points a game this year compared to years in the past where they kind of struggled offensively and the defense led the way?
Time out. He's the offense in the past has also been potent as well. What are we talking about?
Not this potent. Not even close.
Nah.
King, you're tripping.
No, whoa.
They were not scoring 30 points a game. They were not scoring 30 points a game. The defense carried.
Can we actually go off real data? Like actual data? Like I'm tired of throwing concepts out there without actual data to support it. Like,
right.
Like 49ers offense has been moving and trucking along now about the last 5 years on the cow.
No,
so I don't know where they've been placing each year, but it's always been a top.
No, it's always been the defense for the Niners.
What?
It's always been the defense.
No, the defense the defense was definitely, put it like this. I think the thing is the defense definitely was doing more or carrying more of the loads.
Yeah, now it's more 50. Now it's more 50-50. Ever since Brock came, ever since Brock.
No. But even when Jimmy was there, that thing was stupid efficient with high production. Jimmy is just
no. I'm not saying it. Whoa. Okay. Let me be clear. Let me be clear. I'm not saying they were trash. They were efficient. But now it's elite. Now it's like it's mind-bogglingly better. Like statistically.
No. But you gotta understand that. All right. Okay. So, all right. I see where you stand with this situation. So we still trying to decide.
Team, real quick. Top 2022. They were
that was Brock Purdy's team. That was Brock Purdy's team.
Half the year. That's half the year.
Brock Purdy came wins the last 6 games of the season or what? What was it?
Some shit like that. Something along those lines. Yeah. Last 7 games.
Yeah, but look at how many points. Look at their points before Jimmy Garoppolo got hurt. Look at the points they were scoring. They were 3-2 to start the year.
2021 top 7
or 2-3.
2019 top 4.
I'm trying to say Cal
Like,
gonna make
what
it
are we
bust.
like?
Yeah,
What
yeah, Cal
argument
gonna make.
are we actually sitting here talking about right now?
Right, so all right, so we still on the whole. Why is
King.
Jalen considered
They're
Go ahead.
averaging 33 points a game this year. It's 7
this
points
year?
higher than last year. 7 points. A full
Okay,
touchdown worth higher.
I ain't gonna hold you. Are we really
go ahead,
giving that? Are we really giving that to Purdy? Or are we gonna give that to McCaffrey and them?
No, what I'm
McCaffrey
saying.
getting
No,
another game.
what I'm saying is it wasn't that high with Jimmy. It never was that high with Jimmy Garoppolo or Trey Lance at quarterback. It was never like
And
that.
Trey Lance.
And only one
I
thing's
don't know why
changed.
you
And
threw
only
him.
one thing has changed. Brock Purdy.
I don't know why you
Okay.
threw that name in there, but I just
dude.
no. And Christian McCaffrey has changed also.
Jimmy
Stop.
Garoppolo got to play with Christian McCaffrey.
No, for how long? Christian McCaffrey got traded mid-season. He played what?
Nah,
2
yeah,
games?
yeah. Nah,
They
yeah, he ain't
never
really played.
they never scored over 33 with Jimmy
Remember
Garoppolo.
the only
Played
time
one game with him or
They
something
never
like that.
scored over
He didn't have an
33.
offseason with him neither.
They never
You-
scored
Nah, yeah,
over
but-
33.
the
They
side of
never
your lips.
scored
He
over
didn't-
33.
He didn't have a training camp with Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey didn't even know the offense. He just got there.
Right.
They
Right,
never
right.
scored over 33.
Just say you're a fan of Brock, cool, but don't just say dumb stuff neither. But anyway, team, the question is, is this a knock on Jalen Hurts, or is this where we are underestimating Brock Purdy? What would you say more is happening here?
I guess you could call it a knock or overrating of Jalen Hurts. You know what I'm saying? Like, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying? Because I was never with the whole superstar thing and the whole top 5. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't with that type of talks, even though
Gator felt the same way about it.
Yeah, I wasn't with that. So I feel like they got the similar situations going. Almost everything. Put it like this: the other people at those other positions are better at their jobs or higher ranking at their jobs than their quarterbacks. You feel what I'm saying? So how is the quarterback really like? You know what I'm saying? Pushing the scenario when you got a Debo, a Ayuk, a McCaffrey. You got at least 2 of them on your O line that's of the highest level. The left tackle and the right tackle is high level. You feel what I'm saying? And then you got Kittle of the one of the highest levels. So you got that going for Purdy. Your man over there,
and Kyle Shanahan calling the plays,
and one of the best play callers that we got right now. So like, I don't know, man. To say he's not a game manager. Matter of fact, all right, Gator, do you believe in like a game manager plus? Like, you believe in those terms?
No.
Or a player being rated like that? Like, yo, he's a game manager plus. Like,
No.
he ain't like
he's
not a carrier though.
I think you gotta say he's a game manager, or I don't know. I wouldn't
Or a
really
carrier.
know.
What's the other one? A carrier?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't really. Yeah, what is not a game manager, King? What would you say?
A carrier.
Somebody who's not
A carrier. Josh Allen.
There's gotta be a word for it.
LJ and them niggas. Listen, you feel what I'm saying? Those are carriers of teams. You feel what I'm saying?
But would you say? Yeah, but then like, what do we say? I'm not saying he's in that level, but what would we call like the? I don't know.
You mean like
what? Like a Dak?
Like the Matt Ryans of the world.
When Matt Ryan was doing him?
Yeah, because he wasn't a carrier.
He
definitely wasn't a game manager.
I'm not even putting him in
game manager.
No, I know. I'm just entertaining. I'm trying to figure out what we would like. What?
No, but I ain't gonna hold you. He's capable of reaching Matt Ryan's type of shits though. Like we ain't gonna act like Matt.
Wait, so Gene, let's get this on right. You're acknowledging that Brock Purdy is
we
capable
not acknowledge
of being as good as a Matt Ryan was.
Right, at some point with some repetitions.
King, no,
because listen, Matt, what was Matt Ryan to you? Let's start from here. What was Matt Ryan really to you? Like, what was he to you, King?
To me,
what type of quarterback?
To me, Matt Ryan was in a Phillip Rivers class. To me,
yeah. So where do we put people like that?
I don't think I could put Brock Purdy in that space.
I feel like even Phil Rivers, people like Phil Rivers. My son Phil Rivers, I fucks with my son Phil and Matt Ryan. They are cats that was they are almost contingent on what they got around them too. Right. Like I'm saying, like they might be individually.
But Philip could do it. Philip and Matt, to me, could do it in any system with good players. Like if they got the personnel, and you bring in any kind of system, they gonna put in work. Like I truly believe that that Cal is scheming guys open, and these high-level reads that people is trying to attach to Brock Purdy's name. Like I can't.
Okay, no.
Like,
Okay, of course we see it. I know what you're. Okay, we not there with him. Okay, so we not there with that. No, but he's not getting. I don't believe he's getting high level.
Wait. What did you say? What did you say?
I said these high level reads that we're trying to attach to Brock Purdy's name, like that he's making these high level reads.
Oh no, he is. He is. Watch the tape. I've watched a ton of tape on this kid.
Okay.
He is. He is. He's making throws that vets aren't making today. He's making reads and putting the ball in.
I'm saying these guys are getting schemed open, and these reads are
no. That is not what's happening. That's not what's happening. That's not what's happening.
Yo, Brandon Ayuk, real rap. Brandon Ayuk he's
T. Higgins level.
Yeah, probably less than that. And Debo is not even.
I appreciate that because Brandon Ayuk is a dog.
No disrespect to Debo, but he's not a wide.
He's a weapon.
He's not a real wide.
No. It's not that. That's not disrespect. I tell you this.
This is my whole point, though. My whole point is this: like those wide receivers, they not out there getting open on their own. Like, they're not that good. They're not out there.
You're smoking. Brandon Ayuk is really good
on their own.
Nah, see, all right,
you're smoking.
Okay.
Brandon Ayuk is actually that. It's him. Brandon Ayuk is him. Put some respect on his name. Brandon Ayuk is him. Brandon Ayuk is him.
Okay.
Brandon Ayuk's route running is insane. His route running is insane. He's better than Jerry Jeudy. Brandon Ayuk's route running is crazy.
You didn't say
no. He gets open and he gets separation. Put it like that. Because to me, he's more of a polished wide receiver than Debo. Like he's more of a wide receiver.
Exactly.
Debo is just the best football player. And matter of fact, Debo's not even the best football player over there no more. McCaffrey is. McCaffrey's the best football player over there, and Debo's the second one.
I would say George Kittle is better than Debo.
Okay. You're going that route. Okay, yeah.
And as a wide receiver, Brandon Ayuk is better than Debo Samuel.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, we went to.
I need you, King, to watch. That is a lot of the time. Listen.
That's why I disagree. My boy.
Let me finish my point because I don't want to sound stupid. I know they're getting schemed open a lot. I'm not like blind. I know that. Kyle Shanahan's a great coach. That's going to happen. There's going to be plays where people are wide the fuck open. But if you watch tape on this kid, you are going to see a lot of tight window throws, a lot of reads that you're just like, how did he know he was going to be there? Like, how did he know that the gap was going to open? Like, you got to watch tape on this kid, man. I was on the same boat. I was on the same boat before the season started as a Niner fan. I wanted Trey Lance to start. I did not believe that, like, it was like that. I let the season progress. I watched tape on it. I listened to real-life NFL quarterbacks talk about it. And he's doing things that NFL vets are not, 10-year NFL vets starting in this league are not doing today. That you got to see. The dude can ball.
You know what I'm going to give you, though? Because I probably did word it wrong as far as with the read shit. Son anticipates. Son anticipates shit. Like, he does have that up on him. You know what I'm saying? I respect that. But I understand what King's saying. What he has to anticipate most times is made easier because of Kyle Shanahan. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's the argument I'll have to that. Yeah, that's what he's saying.
That's exactly what I'm saying. And I'm talking about. I'm
my defense to that would be
I'm just picturing this quarterback on the Tennessee Titans, the Dallas Cowboys.
Obviously, like.
What do you mean? Obviously, but
that's not fair. That's not fair.
In the fashion that we are.
We can talk about it. No, let's talk about it. Put it like this.
He's still playing better. You would play better than Ryan Tannehill on that.
Right. That's what I was about to get to. I ain't gonna hold you, King. That's what I'm about to get to, though. Even if you put him there,
he would play better. He would play better than Dak Prescott right now.
He's not gonna do what.
I'm not going to.
My argument to that. My last argument to that.
The Tannehill shit. He's way better than Tannehill.
I'm not going there with you.
He will
under
just
the flames, under some real flames. I want to see Brock Purdy with a 33-year-old D-Hop, with a 30
We'll see
reaching
it
30
eventually.
Derrick Henry. I want to see him under some real flames where he has to actually be the guy that uplifts, that carries, that makes a team better. And I guarantee y'all, we'll be like, oh, yeah,
it's Tannehill, but
You
hold
might-
on, is
you
Tannehill
might
that guy?
we
Hold
wouldn't
on,
be talking about him. We
Nah,
wouldn't be talking about him. We
Hold
would
on,
not be talking about
King.
Brock on any other team right now.
Is Tannehill that guy for Tennessee? Like, is Tannehill required to do those things that you're asking Brock Purdy to do for Tennessee?
You already schooled me on that. I'm off Tannehill.
My
Right, that's what I'm saying though. Like,
And
you don't need Brock to do.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. And this y'all gonna disagree with this probably. Put Tannehill, the Ryan Tannehill that I know, not with Vrabel, who he's with right now. Put him with Cal Shanahan, with Chris McCaffrey in the backfield. Brandon Ayuk and all them boys.
It's not the
And
same.
that thing gonna be shaking. Trust me, that thing gonna be shaking.
Not him.
That thing gonna be shaking.
Watch my
Not
man's this
Tannehill.
weekend.
Not Tannehill.
Watch
Yeah,
my
not
man's.
Okay.
My last take on this, and then we have to get to our picks. My last take on this is I'm going to go back to what Cheem said, because Cheem brought up a good point about what you said about, like Shanahan scheming people open. Dak Prescott in that Niner game last week, there were schemes there where he missed wide open receivers. And we know who Dak is. We know the echelon that Dak is as a quarterback. We've seen him be a very successful quarterback in this league. There were reads that Mike McCarthy threw up for Dak Prescott, and he just didn't see it. Brock Purdy on that team would have. Yes, he would have. His football IQ is way higher than Dak.
It's a different football game entirely. When from rip, the script.
Watch him against that Cleveland defense this weekend.
This is my whole point.
Watch the tape.
Watch the tape. This is my whole point. When you're under a different type of like, this is just being an athlete, being in sports, period. When you got an opportunity to warm up because things are going according to script, yes, you get hot and you get more confident as the game goes on. When things are just a SHIT show off rip, your confidence really starts to dwindle, and you start looking like a boo-boo the fool out there. This is real life, and this is what I'm talking about, the type of fire that I want to see him under before I even try to even
9
dare.
touchdowns, no interceptions. He has
listen. You ain't the only one that. Yeah, you're not the only one from that's asking for it. But we can't ignore. You can't ignore the fact that
we're ignoring the historical numbers he's putting up.
When he is out there though.
To me, this is more a knock on Hurts than it is to answer the question. This is more.
Oh yeah. Let's get back to that.
This is more us overrating Hurts than it is we underrating Brock Purdy. This is me. Right. This is my opinion on it, because Hurts, I feel as though you put give Hurts this roster that Lamar Jackson working with. It's gonna be it's static for Hurts. Like, give Hurts, put Hurts in certain situations that.
Yeah, put Hurts in Tennessee, nigga. Put Hurts in Tennessee. It's static.
Hurts is not a book bag dude. I told Christian earlier, I told Gator this. There's only 3 book bag dudes in the league right now, and you missed the conversation we had on if Lamar Jackson is Lamar Jackson, has he reached his ceiling? And we both said yeah, but we both also agreed that, but his ceiling is damn good though. But so it's like. It's only 3 book bag dudes, and I know, Chief, you're probably surprised that I said that, but I had to. It's the truth.
Listen. You know who the book bag dudes is, man.
And we left Joe Burrow out for you.
It's 3 book bag dudes.
He's not a book bag dude. That's why.
We left them out.
It's 3 book bag dudes in the league. Names is Josh, Patrick, Lamar.
Type shit.
And to me, those are superstars.
I like Justin Herbert too, but
I can't put him there yet. He's looking good right now.
What he has done with the receivers that he's had year by year.
Yeah, but he's capable though to me. I ain't gonna hold you. He's capable. He's capable. He's more capable than Joe.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
He's more capable than Joe. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't gonna get there today. We ain't gonna get there today.
At any rate, I can't put Hurts in that NFL superstar class. When you look at his offensive line, his run game, and the receivers he got over there, and the support defensively that he got over there. So it's just like, I think this is more on eye opening for who Jalen Hurts really is. That more so than we underestimating Brock Purdy. And I think Gator thinks it's more so that we underestimating Brock Purdy than over.
Both can be true. Both can be true.
No, it can't. No, it can't be. But I ain't gonna hold you. Being that I do think I do think basically Jalen is still a game manager. I have to say, Son is also still in my head. He's still a game manager. He's just a damn good one. You feel what I'm saying? Like, to me, he's not like
he would be the best game manager to ever exist statistically. I mean,
you know what I'm saying? He's not a game game manager.
That's what I don't like.
I just gave you guys numbers that reached.
No. I'm saying on the route that he's going, he has no interceptions, King. He has no turnovers. That's wild.
King, what's not true? What's not true, King? What's not true?
He said he's putting up, and we got to get to the picks after. He says he's putting up, like, he would be the best game manager numbers wise in NFL history. And I said that's not true because I just showed him Ryan Tannehill's season in 2020. It was, I think, 2020. What was it? What year was it? 2020 or 2019? Where Ryan Tannehill had 33 passing touchdowns to 7 interceptions, like in like 3,900 passing yards. Like, so it's just like we got to stop acting like it hasn't been done before.
Nah,
the case of the matter is he would surpass that. So it would be better. It would be better than that season.
I go hold you.
He has the highest passer rating.
That was in a 16-game sample size.
King.
Okay.
So he
King,
was
this man.
Ryan Tannehill was 4K.
This dude has the most.
You want to see what he do in a 16-game span then?
No,
starting from that.
Oh, we almost got 16 already. We almost got. He's 11-0 as a starter.
In a 16-game sample size, he would throw for. I think when we did the math, it's like 4,000, like
4,300.
No, that's in a 17-game span. In a 16-game span, that 4,300 minus 254 per game is what it was.
Yeah, it's 241 or something. Yeah, he's in 41 range.
It's like 2,000. It's like 4,000 something, right over 4K in a 16-game season for
a game manager. He's a game manager.
I thought so. I think in a year, and I was trying to tell Gator, in an era where passing is at all-time high, when you got Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow and these guys eclipsing 48 and Patrick Mahomes eclipsing 4,700 in their sleep. Like,
right.
I'm sorry.
Right. So basically, this get back to, so like, I want to have a so these are what Purdy about to do is similar numbers to what Tom was doing. And in my head, Tom was a game manager then. Are we gonna say he was carrying then with these type of numbers? Because this, like, Purdy numbers is similar.
No. We can't ignore this stat. He is out of 10 games as a starter, he has the highest passer rating in NFL history. In NFL history, after a 10-game span, coming into the league, he has the highest QBR in NFL history.
Yeah. I'm not knocking that. Yeah, I'm not knocking that.
No, everyone else is. Everyone else is ignoring it because of Kyle Shanahan.
Kyle Shanahan's lineage with him and his dad is the real deal in the NFL today.
Yeah, and that's why Jimmy Garoppolo really threw like 17 interceptions a season.
That's why. First of all, that's why Jimmy G was in the Super Bowl in the NFC.
It wasn't because of Jimmy G.
I'm just saying. He played well enough to get there. He made key throws in big games that really propelled them to those places. Yeah, albeit the defense being the number one primary,
But what for y'all though? What does having the highest passer rating in certain numbers say? To me, it only says efficiency. It doesn't say. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It doesn't say I'm a
carrier. It doesn't say I'm a.
It doesn't say
I put up outrageous numbers. That don't say that.
If anything, it says I'm playing safe.
He went 20. He went 20 of. Listen. He went 20 of 21 against the Cardinals, and the very next week threw 3 touchdowns and scored 42 points in the Dallas Cowboys. Like, we are just choosing to ignore stuff like that because of Kyle Shanahan. 20 of 21 is crazy. Patrick Mahomes on the Niners might not do that. Patrick Mahomes on the Niners might not go 20 for 21.
Patrick Mahomes is not that.
You see,
Patrick Mahomes is not as safe as him. That's why Patrick Mahomes has a different type of.
He's not.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes.
He's not. You watch the throws that game. Watch the throws that game. He wasn't playing safe. He wasn't playing safe.
Because why was Patrick Mahomes' name even brought up just now? Like why his name was even mentioned? It was why.
I just said the best quarterback in the NFL.
Last game against the Cowboys.
Right.
17 of 24 attempts. 17 of 17 completions. Like, are we like really hot? Like going crazy? Like, come on, we gotta stop.
17 of 24 is very fucking efficient. Against one of the best defenses in the NFL.
17 completions.
And that's listen. I hear you, Gator. I hear you. That's accuracy. I ain't gonna hold you. Those are the stats. These are I ain't gonna hold you. These are stats that make a game manager. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about completions percentage, when you talk about QB ratings, when you talk, you know what I'm saying? When you talk about passer ratings and shit like that, that's a game.
Those type of stats you associate
those are
with
game manager things.
Thank you.
And honestly, you know who else would be low key a game manager if they?
Go ahead, finish that.
Because what did he have? He probably even if a game manager like him has the 300 piece, it's mostly because of your explosive weapons. Because to me, put it like this: if a nigga like Tua, if Tua didn't have those weapons, he be looking like a game manager because the way he places the ball, his ball placement, what makes his numbers goofy is the weapons making the extra.
I think Tua is better than Brock. That's just me. But I see what
I think Tua could be better than him, but I feel like they both in that type of range. It's nothing really special about them, but they efficient. They got nice completions.
The week before that, Brock went 20 of 21 for 283. Game managers are not throwing for 283.
Bro, listen.
Nah, in this league, they can. In this league, they can. That's nothing.
In the new league, you think?
And we'll move on.
In this new league, 280 not crazy, bro. Yeah, 280 ain't shit.
That's fair.
And we'll move on. Brock Purdy, I think this says it all. One game over 300 passing yards so far. Like
he hasn't played the fourth quarter in most of the games.
Stop it.
That's the truth. They've been blowing people out.
Oh, it's not. We said the fourth quarter. Now you're dragging it.
I'm not dragging it. They're game managing in the fourth quarter, handing the ball off, moving the chains. They're not trying to score. It's like Jalen Hurts last year with the Eagles.
Okay.
There hasn't been a close game.
Yeah, when you got the game in hand, I feel you.
That's the same thing with Jalen Hurts too. He get his numbers because of his weapons. Big play, and the weapons go crazy. You know what I'm saying? What's the name? Brown giving him the extra. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really like, I'm carrying these yards. You know what I'm saying? I'm spreading it around and I'm getting 350. He ain't doing that.
Yeah. Let's try to make these picks for the public. Team, you go first. The graphic is on the screen. I don't think you can see the graphic on the screen.
He definitely had the Chiefs last night, so I gave him the Chiefs.
No, I can't see. Hold on. I don't see
just
no graphic.
read it to him, King.
It's on the YouTube channel, like live YouTube. It's on the YouTube channel, but I'll read it to you. Ravens at Titans.
Ravens.
Vikings.
Even though I'm liking how my man D-Hop looking too, though, man. My man D-Hop looking sneaky out there too, man. Like one more.
Last week. Yeah. Vikings at Bears.
That shit is shaky, man. Two bad teams. And ain't no Justin Jefferson. I'm going Bears, man. Bears. Yeah.
49ers at Browns. I'm assuming you got 49ers with no Watson.
I got the Niners. No Watson. Yeah, I got 49ers.
Saints at Texans.
I'm not going to Texans, D. I'm checking my man to make a right.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm going to Texans. I like CJ. I like CJ Stroud, too.
I want to talk to you about CJ, man. You missed a couple episodes of CJ talks.
No, I know. Yeah, I know my fault, man.
I like the Texans.
Panthers at Dolphins. So you got Dolphins.
Panthers, yeah. You take Dolphins.
Commanders at Falcons.
I need my man EB to win one, man. I need EB to get some more, but
the Falcons at home are very good. They're undefeated at home.
I'm going EB. I'm going EB, man. I'm going my man. Yeah.
Going with every enemy. Seahawks at Bengals. This is a goodie.
I'm going with the Hawks, man.
Yeah, that's probably the game of the week. That's probably the game of the week.
My son, is Tyreek Woolen playing? I saw Woolen playing.
I don't know. That's a good question.
I gotta check if he's playing because I've been jacking him, but the other kid too, the rookie over there, I'm jacking him too. The rookie cornerback. They not playing.
What is the other? Not Witherspoon.
I think it is Witherspoon. Is it not Witherspoon? Because Son came from Illinois. I think they went and got the cornerback from Illinois.
Witherspoon's the rookie that's been absolutely destroying.
That's him. Nah, from Seahawks. Yeah. Copy. Yeah. I like him. I like what they got going over there. I see what Pete Carroll trying to do over there too. You know what I'm saying? And T. Higgins might play, but I ain't gonna hold you. T. Higgins ain't really been on his game this year. Like just to be honest about it. I like
though. That's the whole offense is struggling because of Joe right now.
Nah, it's some of the Joe stuff. I'm talking about even when the ball coming to T. I'm talking about those instances. I'm not talking about the stuff that I understand that you know is causing the injury. I'm talking about when the ball is getting to T. Higgins, it ain't hitting the same. He ain't grabbing them in there. He ain't getting big.
So you got the Hawks
right now. You feel what I'm saying? I got the Hawks. They got the Hawks.
Colts at Jags.
I'm going Jags. I'm going Jags. I'm going Jags. Yeah, I'm going Jags.
Patriots at Raiders.
I think Bill gonna show his little man. You know what time it is, as per usual.
I've been saying that the last 3
weeks. Yeah, he's gonna school his little man real quick just to remind him that he might need to come back home.
I've been saying Bill's gonna be the reason for this win, that win all year long. I'm tired of saying that. Eagles
type
at
shit.
Jets.
I feel you. Eagles at Jets. Eagles. I'm taking Eagles. I don't trust him.
Cardinals at Rams.
Rams.
Lions at Bucks.
Lions.
Giants at Bills.
Bills.
Boys at Chargers. Cowboys at Chargers. This is a big one.
That's a biggie. Damn. I'm gonna take the Chargers. I think Herbert could beat that defense, and I think that offense is going to struggle against the Chargers.
I don't have a percentage for Cheem. This is the first time he's ever done this on this show, so we will see what his record is going into next year. I don't think anybody's done it twice except for Batman, besides me and King, obviously. So
right.
I just do it percentage wise for the guest that joined. So we'll see what you got. We'll see what you got. Maybe you'll be the best guest on the show so far.
We like in the next. I want to say in the next. It has to be in the next like at least month, 2 months. We'll have a prediction generating website that's going to keep track of it for us. So that's going to be a lot of fun for the public. But so that's Cheem's predictions. Go out if you know Cheem is a football guy. So if you're a betting man, look at these picks, take some of those picks. I'm gonna go ahead and knock this out. I had the Broncos, so I'll take that loss. Give me the Ravens over the Titans. Give me the Vikings are still. Give me the Vikings over the Bears. Give me the Niners over the Browns. Give me the Saints over the Texans. Give me the Dolphins
straight road teams. That's crazy.
Give me the Dolphins over the Panthers. Dolphins over the Panthers. Give me the Falcons run game over the Commanders. Give me the Seahawks over the Bengals. Give me the Jags to beat the Colts. I'm frustrated with Bill. Give me the Raiders over the Patriots. Give me the Jets over the Eagles at home, taking the Jets. Think Jets turn around. Give me the Rams over the Cardinals. I'm loving what I'm seeing from the Rams this year.
I don't know if I'm loving it. I'm talking about those Rams.
No, I'll give you that because they actually couldn't stay. They was blowing minds in. Like they got to the red zone every freaking possession.
They should have beat Philly. I can't believe they could not.
I give you that, Cheem. Give me Todd Bowles and his Buccaneers defense to give Jared Goff some fits, and give me the Buccaneers in that, and give me the Bills over the Giants. Give me the Cowboys over the Chargers. One thing about the Cowboys, when you don't have a great offensive line, and when you're a pass-heavy team, they usually feast on situations like that. And so this plays right into their hand. Like at first, I thought
talking about the Chargers.
I think he disconnected.
We just lost him. Yeah, we just lost him.
That's good because thank God his picks were made already. So he is so far. Let me let the public know he is 44-34 season record so far. That's his record. So that's his picks. I'll screenshot that. He is back. I believe.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Finish your point. You're 44-34 in the season, King, so far.
just real quick, and I'll close. I just want to say that that usually, because I thought that the Cowboys defense was in totality, I thought that they were a formidable defense. But then as the season progressed, you learn like, okay, they take advantage of passing offenses, high volume passing offenses. That Kyle Shanahan offense is just something that they can't do. If you got an Eagles kind of a offense or a Kyle Shanahan kind of like run heavy, you get like Detroit Lions could run the ball, then it's like that's where they struggle. But when you try to go pass happy against these Cowboys, they normally able to feast on teams like that. So I'm gonna take the Cowboys, that Chargers team. Gator, it's on you.
Yeah, so that's Kings. He's 44-34 on the season. Screenshot that if you guys want to put some bets in or something like that. I am 52-26 on the season. I selected the Chiefs. I'm gonna take the Titans to upset the Ravens. I got the Vikings to beat the Bears. I think the Bears are really bad. I think Kirk Cousins will still be able to pick that defense apart. I got the Niners. Texans over the Saints. Dolphins, Falcons over the Commanders. I got the Bengals at home to pull off the upset. I liked what I saw from Joe Burrow last week. It looked like he was a little bit healthier. I got the Jags to beat the Colts. I got the Raiders to beat the Pats. Eagles to beat the Jets. Rams to beat the Cardinals. I like your Bucks pick, King. I think this is a trap game for the. I think the Lions are gonna come into this game a little too confident. I think the Bucks steal one, and then Bills and Chargers at home. I think the Cowboys got exposed. The Chargers offense can put up points like the Niners can. I think the Chargers run up the score.
It's just the fashion in which the Chargers do versus how the 49ers do.
See,
completely
but
different.
the thing is, I understand what you're saying with that though. I wanted to hit that point though, but I think with fucking up the Cowboys, they can't man up like they want to because of the Diggs situation. That's why they playing different right now. You feel what I'm saying? They ain't gonna be able to man up those Keenan Allen. Matter of fact, Mike Williams is gone, right? He's still hurt.
Yeah, he's done. So they got Quentin Johnson.
Quentin Johnson.
They got Palmer out there.
Quentin Johnson hasn't been doing anything. They're like barely playing him right now.
Yeah. So, all right. All right. Now you gotta. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
You sticking with your
Chargers?
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sticking with my Chargers. I'm sticking with the Chargers.
Okay.
You can end the show now, King. We're good to go.
Oh yeah, beautiful show, jam-packed team. Of course, it's always good to see you. Wish we had you more. And, come on, man, it's too fun. It's too fun when you pull up. A lot coming, and thank you for everybody that tuned in. And of course, all of these things will get posted on our socials. Gator, make sure you're adding people's takes at Cheem's takes. And so yeah. Deuces, everybody. We got the videos. The shorts are going to be on YouTube. The extended versions of these topics are going to be on YouTube. And you got the live stream. That's always you could play back, and then you have all of the videos that will be posted on the socials as well. So thank you for everybody that tuned in. Another great on the Big Dog Show. Deuces, everybody. Have a great weekend. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Enjoy the games this weekend, everyone.
All right.